Just wanted to make this real quick. I'm running out of battery and I wanted to just get this video out of the way and out of the gates. So basically what happened a few days back, I relapsed. What happened was I had some urges or whatever, some thoughts, and I started to go down that road, and then I stopped myself. As I mentioned in my last video, I rationalized it and I stopped myself, and what I did was I tried really hard to focus and to avoid doing it. So what I did was I stayed off the internet for like a whole day. I didn't look at a girl twice. I tried really hard just to stay on top of it. But I think the point is that I tried a bit too hard. I had the bolts tightened down a bit too hard on the hatch. When they say like the larger something is, the harder it falls. So it's like the same thing. You can, when you're doing this thing and you're abstaining, and if the harder you try to avoid something, and if you fall when you're trying at a peak, when you're trying so hard to avoid something, and you're doing, you're pushing on all the brakes like I was doing, instead of abstaining from the internet, doing all that kind of stuff, sometimes you put yourself in a worse position to relapse. It's kind of like, how do you? It's hard to force you. It's kind of hard. It's like when you fall asleep at night, right? It's harder to fall asleep when you force yourself to fall asleep, as opposed to just letting yourself fall asleep, right? And it's the same thing. It's if you're. I was so trying to control it so much and trying to run from it in a way that it just didn't work. It's kind of hard for me to explain. And that's the thing, and that's what I found out. You can't run from it. You can't run from your feelings or your thoughts. The actions that you take don't always allow you to, change your thoughts and your feelings. So yeah, I made the wrong choice, and yeah, I had to get myself going again. Crash and burn, far out. I was pretty depressed about it for a couple of days, as you are when it happens. But what I did was I had to understand that I can't change the choices that I made. I can only change the choices that are coming to me. I can't live in the future, and I can't keep looking back at the past, because I can't change what I've already done. All I can do is make sure that, I suppose, live in the now, in a way, in that I make the right choices now. I make the right choices at the time, and that will therefore affect my future and my past. So yeah, I was pretty depressed about it for a couple of days. You get over it, you move forward, you move on. You don't. I'm not going to count the days like I have done previously, because again, for me, it's not so much about trying to focus too much on the day number. You relapse and you think, well, I made the wrong choice. I'll just make the right choice next time, and you just move forward.